Panake at Cathews Luxury BnB. And today we're talking running a successful bed and breakfast. Mr. Makaula, Mandi Bulise, and welcome you to the show. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Of course, I call this one. It's a pleasure being here.
All right. Mhlawumbi, let me start by giving you an opportunity to tell us a little bit about Cathews Luxury BnB and also your role within the business.
Okay. So Cathews has been around for quite some time.
Okay.
As the name suggests, it was owned by the Cathews, who then sold it to Mrs. Skippers.
Okay.
And in 2005, the current owners of Cathews, Dr. Chimusoro and his wife, she's also the other Dr. Chimusoro.
Okay.
They bought the place in 2005.
Okay.
And subsequently extended Gengoku. They bought the house next door and then made it into a bigger complex. And so so it's been in existence for quite some time.
Very, very long.
Yeah. My role there is I'm not just the BnB manager. It's more of a facilities manager because there's so much more than just looking at e-guest and all that, because there's also general maintenance and all that. So it's a multifaceted, multidisciplinary type of engagement with my staff and the different departments, and also just getting instructions then from our managers, our owners. So it's facilities management, which is it's interesting. It's very nice.
All right. And Mhlawumbi also talking about the changes that have happened. Other people know it as Cathews Corner.
Yes.
So tell us about that, because I see that it's now Cathews Luxury BnB. So talk to us about that.
It was Cathews Corner for a very long time. I think it came where abaphathi needed to uzohlukanisa in terms of the competition that is, especially in Blue Rise.
Sure.
So it was due for rebranding and also like zhuzhing up of the place.
It had to be zhuzhed up.
Yeah, it had to be zhuzhed up. It's not only the rebranding. There was also
change,
like renovations,
which
are currently happening. So the first phase was done. We've done 6 rooms in total with a dining area as well as a state-of-the-art kitchen.
Okay.
So there's been not just the rebranding, but also the renovations that have taken place.
Changes.
We're continuing with that. About to bring in our conferencing, which is very important. But not just a conference like the old one. It's getting extended. It's to accommodate more people.
Bigger number.
The other issue is, December's coming and Queenstown people want swimming pool. So swimming pool has been closed for quite some time. I think 2 years. So now we're just chasing and rushing to get that up and running before December.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right. And in terms of e-services that you offer, I think also touching more on, you're talking facilities, you're talking Senjuma, so that we don't assume that you just offer bed and breakfast services.
Yes.
What the facilities is on, what things can people go do there, within your facilities, and that you offer for people currently and also in the future.
So with the renovation that have taken place, we've sort of upped the look of our dining area, which then it appeals to people who come for either dinners, but it's pre-planned. People call and then they organize, say in 2 weeks' time, we'll have dinner for X number of people. We can accommodate 40 people in our dining facility currently. And we also host we also host baby showers. We had a session with birthday parties, but
that was tricky.
Yeah, it's very tricky because you can't really tell people, but hey guys,
how to behave.
So we also, but core business here too is bed and breakfast. So we always try to lean towards that. So if we've got guests, we then try to negotiate and say, guys, possibly we might not be able to accommodate your birthday because it then interferes with our guests and stuff
probably
like that.
You need a separate space for
exactly.
that specific.
But for now we've been doing baby showers, we've been doing birthday parties.
Okay.
Inverted commas. We've been doing dinners. Also, we do cater to people who are like you walk-ins for breakfast. We've got an executive chef who does his thing. You know, we've got an executive chef for Chef Jabu. He does his thing. We've
it's those fancy foods. That's what you mean.
Fancy is very subjective.
Okay,
you know, it depends. You know, but we cater to a wide range of palate. You know, we've got people from your health breakfast to your vegans to your, you know what I mean. So we do. My daughter taught me a word, pescatarian. Yeah, we venturing there.
Oh my words!
Yeah, we venturing.
That's apparently people who don't eat meat but fish.
Yeah, fish and stuff. Okay. So we do have Umdu who's capable and very able to do that.
Sure.
Yeah.
Quite interesting. And you know, I mean, you touched on, you know, making Cathews stand out from, because there's a lot of other people that are in the space. I mean, guest houses, BnBs, a lot in Queenstown in general. So how do you ensure that, you know, when your guests come, they feel at home, they feel welcome, they think about like a stamp to sort of make them want to come back again and only want to use Cathews?
Yeah, that comes from top down actually. Okay. But if you've ever interacted with any of our directors, whether it was Tata Chimsoro or Mama Chimsoro, you'd know that there's a certain standard that they expect, and they communicate that very well with us.
So it flows down.
And luckily we've for 2 years in a row we've been accredited as a 4-star establishment.
Wow,
so some of those things are prerequisite. You know, it's the standard. You can't come to a place that is 4-star accredited and you don't feel at home.
4-star. Okay, sure.
Yeah, so it's just taking care of abantu that go there. We have a policy. Once you get Cathews, how you up in the boy.
Okay.
No, service here too is and we don't like to blow our own horns, you know. But the service here too is up there, and people who've been to Cathews will tell you themselves, you know. And yani, we don't like to go around and brag, but yeah, we've and it's expected of us from
the standard you might need.
Yes, it's expected from us from our part of it.
All right. And being a facilities manager, if you will, that is responsible for ensuring that you're what would you say is the most challenging part of running the kind of establishment that you are responsible to, you know, lead?
Not only the guest house actually, as I think. Yeah, is a business in general. I think the issue of load shedding is it hammers businesses, you know, and more especially a Goman. You know, I think Umbane way to in Blue Rise and Top Town, we can there's no electricity for like a week.
Yeah,
you know. So you can imagine now you got people coming in from Joburg, Cape Town, out of from Germany. You've got international clients that come in who don't understand that Tina, we haven't had electricity. So you can't make excuses, you know. So that's a big challenge, you know, and not just it's just hot water, you know. Just kidding. People don't think about it. They just think there's not. But how are you gonna get hot water? So your geysers need to be fired up. You know, you can't expect them to understand.
Or alternatives, or solar, or
yes. So Tina, we've got 2. Over and above your municipal supply, we've got a solar system and we've got a generator.
Okay.
So should one fail, other one kicks in.
Yeah,
but funny enough, you know, they do all fail at the same time.
Word.
You know, but we've been lucky. I think the clientele that we have, you know, abantu who know that sometimes it's not your fault, you know, and we always pray for people who are very understanding, who know that we're not doing it on purpose. But yeah.
Interesting. And if someone wants to come through to Cathews and make use of your services, what is the typical process that they need to follow? You can just highlight it with 2 services. That if someone wants to sleep, what process do they follow? If someone wants to have an event there, if you call it an event, yes, mini events for a couple of people.
I love getting emails because then there's a paper trail. So Abantu can either send us emails or you can call me directly, or you can send me a WhatsApp.
Okay.
So our email address is admin at Cathews, which is CARTHEWS
yes
LUXURY the letters BnB
yes
.co.za.
All right.
Or they could just call the office number, which is 045 838 3147.
And the WhatsApp? Do you also
it's 082 809 0965.
All right. And I also wanted to find out if someone, if you've ever had a challenge, of getting a very demanding client, demanding expectations higher than what you can meet, and all that. And in Mklambi, how did you handle that situation?
I think we've been lucky, and I pray for
the continuation
for abanye abantu who that they don't get that, and pofke umntu being entitled to lento ayifunayo, we do understand, but I think we've been lucky in terms of the place being new. It's fairly new, so we've got not state of the art, but we've got izinto that abantu might generally need, So we've never had this situation where umntu comes from a bigger town and comes into Queenstown and expect we have it,
Okay.
We have it. We don't have a break in terms of connectivity. We've got Wi-Fi. TVs are connected to Wi-Fi.
Okay.
We urge people, if you've got your own log-on details, Netflix and you just log on, but also we've got DSTV services. Those seems to be like izinto that people will always have an issue with if they can't connect, because people we have to understand that and now we've got Zoom meetings and all that. So if Tina, we can make sure that yonke indo, especially connectivity wise, it's that's available.
Sorted.
It's sorted. What else?
Yeah. All right.
Yeah,
and when you obviously, as someone who's managing, you have got a team that you are leading. How do you make sure Babantu are always excited about their job? They're pulling their weight, they're giving their all,
Again, it's just clear instructions. I abantu bakwa HR will always pray and hope for a staff that is engaged. Someone who doesn't look at it and like, it's only 2:00 and I'm going home at 4. But I think Tina instructions is there too. They are very clear from top down, and it's just me being able to then communicate that properly, especially what the owners want and what they expect from us. So I comment, there's no challenge in that respect, because staff at any stage, they know what is expected of them, and they know about they are dealing with people, and the perception yomntu is you can have umntu there for the whole week, and then uphendule phone on day 4, and it might to you it might not be anything, but you can't have umntu osebenza, a staff member who's busy talking on their phone, doing private things. So zizinto ezinjalo that are communicated from abaphathi bethu, but they don't want into ezinjalo. So if staff say to, they know exactly what is expected of them, and we appreciate them. I think all the time, I personally tell them what a great job that they do.
Wow.
They do a very great job.
Wow.
Like, Cathews is clean, hey? It's very clean. It looks good. We hope to get to just maintain that standard.
Right. And what kind of a character do you think that a person who runs a business, who is managing in a business, should have in order for them to, win overall?
You need to be able to engage with people.
Okay.
Because you see different types of people. And Gamama Klesha Umdo is not angry at you, but it's just the situation. You know what I mean?
It's
and then it's up to you if you exacerbate it or you're in it.
Okay.
So you need to also be able to read Umdo, And so being a people person, it helps, if you're grumpy and I'm not saying that you can't be grumpy because we're human,
Yeah.
We are human. And we vuka on the wrong side of the bed, But you need to be able to separate umsebenzi and from your personal dons. You can leave things at gate just leave it at the gate and you pick it up when you go home, But you need to be that type of person who's very energetic.
Okay.
Because it's long hours. It might not seem that way because maybe I'll pack a misindo. But it's very long hours and the decision making and all that. I'm not sure why my phone is going off the whole time. Can they wait until I go?
Tell them to wait. Yes. Tell them to wait. All right. And lastly, advice that you can give to young people that are thinking about exploring, climbing the hospitality space. Who are thinking about also aspiring to be managers of establishments or facilities at some point, or you are even thinking about starting a business. How would you encourage or advise young people in that space?
First and foremost, is call.
Okay.
I will not shy away from that.
Okay.
Or to tell people to go to school.
Makfund.
It doesn't the get rich quick doesn't necessarily pan out, in the long run. But as long as you've got something to fall back on. So now what we've been trying to do is looking at a scholar like Ikal that has a tourism as a course. So and we've been getting calls from them trying to figure out or try to find out about Singapore or accommodate our students in terms of internship and so and then now I think I realized, well, no man, as Amandu, you need to go to school. You need to go to school because the field is quite spectrum size quite wide. You can either work in straight up hospitality. You can be a kitchen managing land. You can manage a huge hotel. People can go on boat cruises.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's lots of money. But Ubai Mali is about be all and end all yako. I think your plane is gonna crash very soon, So I think you need to develop a passion, first and foremost.
Sure. All right. Thank you so much for your time, Siyazukisa. It has been interesting conversing about the work that you do, Payanak, at Cathews Luxury BnB.
Thank you for having me. Thank you very much.
Do you want to say hi to someone?
Yes, I do actually. Not to say hi to someone.
Okay.
People in Ekomani. There's a property number 26 Ebden Street.
Mm-hmm.
It's it used to be offices got the late Dr. Pinzi.
Okay.
I just want to say that properties are for sale.
It's currently up for sale?
Yes.
Oh my word, okay.
Give me a call and then I'll Dr. Manisa Nabantu.
The relevant people.
Yes.
All right. Thank you so much for your time. Pull-up of Ghana Community Radio, that was Siyazukisa Makaula. He's the facilities manager, if you will, Payanak Cathews Luxury BnB. And interesting conversation that we have just had with him. Right now, we're going to be taking a song from MXO SCT Zandi Bonner.